Hey everyone, my name is Courtney. I'll be sharing my project Clayman'S with you. Clayman'S is a residence and material extension program, so the theme is extension. The design is about extending material life and extending space. Australian solutions for waste is urgent. Our accelerated growth in the construction industry has led to an enormous amount of construction and demolition waste, so Yarrabilba's new development presents a great opportunity for the reuse and extension of the space. Clayman'S represents a simple model that aspires to educate the public about the urgency of landfill solutions and provide locals with recycled material for their projects. So the workshop and gallery trailers will detach from the building to extend the accessibility to the entire city. Looking at Yarrabilba's master plan, we can see all this space for new construction. We can also see this existing construction that still offers opportunity for renovation. We can also see that the city centre and many other facilities are within 15 minutes of the site. However, a landfill solution is relevant to everyone. So there's construction and community spaces right to the boundary of Yarrabilba that will benefit from this program's mobility. With this concept in mind, I look to 4 key exemplars: Natura, Futura, Architectura, for their living, making and education themes, their craftsmanship and tradition revival. I looked at They Feed Off Buildings, which is a German program for construction and demolition waste recycling. John Elway for his modularity and space for extension in twin houses. Robin Boyd for his activity, separation and flexibility. So moving on to my response to the site, we can see that I've planted landscaping to buffer the afternoon sun. The building has been orientated in a way to maximize the summer breezes and minimize the winter wind. The carports are to be dug out -750 to allow for the workshop and gallery floor to sit flush, as these spaces are on wheels and we need to enable wheelchair access. The workshop and the mixer have been placed at the furthest distance from quiet residential areas for acoustic consideration. So you can see that the residence roof is transparent. It is a polycarbonate structure that sits on top of the building and over the large balconies to suggest easy extension. Through to my floor plan, the pink dashed line is the primary public circulation, so this moves between the workshop and the gallery to either of those spaces, and then we have the dark green for secondary circulation. Looking at the workshop, you can see that this is extruded from the rest of the building to expose the activity to the public. Then I have surrounding landscape to filter the dust and noise. This light blue, the dashed line, demonstrates adjacencies and passive encounters. So when the public is entering the space, they can glance at what's happening in the workshop or in the gallery through perforated brick walls, or when the residents are entering their space, they can glance at what's happening in the gallery, which will display some of the materials that are made in the workshop. So the residential primary circulation is the yellow dashed line, and then secondary is the dark blue. You can see how I have separated WC and shower in consideration of how people really live. The shed and this landscaping also buffers the afternoon sun. And then over on the first floor, you can see more clearly the space for extension. So you can fit another room and an office on these concrete balconies. Looking at this cross section, you can see the moments of encounter again. So that sort of exchange between the different activities going on. You can also see that the workshop is 2 trailers assembled because it needs to fit on the road. These sections of the workshop demonstrate how the polycarbonate structure comes together. And then this section is the workshop's relationship with the kitchen, that of which has a window that looks to the courtyard and then to the residents' kitchen, again allowing that passive encounter. We have a section of the residents' side, And then we have this elevation, which it's the front of the house, so it shows how the brick gate conceals the residential entry, making that public thoroughfare the obvious path of travel. And then we have an elevation of the back courtyard. I'll just quickly summarize these perspectives as I've run out of time. We have the courtyard to the residence, the gallery space, the workshop and gallery extending from the space, the residential kitchen, the residential gallery, and the courtyard. Thank you very much for listening. I hope you enjoyed it.